Hello, Internet. My name is Zephyr. And, the more I think about it, the more the mansions in GTA Online don't make sense. For what is supposed to be the end-all be-all property, the ultimate property to work towards in GTA Online that has pretty much everything, there's still a lot of features that are left to be desired with the new mansions. Take this thing for example. It's kinda ugly and it doesn't let you change it. And while yes, there is certain customization for the mansion, like changing the paintings and changing the statues around the house, it doesn't feel like this is enough to justify the cost and make it satisfying. And while on the website itself, it does allow you to pick different decoration options for the actual mansion, for example, the wallpaper and the kind of flooring that you want to use. Again, the options are very limited when we've been given more options and better options for other properties. Another feature that a lot of players were requesting was the ability to manually place the props around your mansion. All of the props that you're able to place are in fixed locations, but this one is kind of understandable because I feel like that would have been too much of an ask for such an old game. As I continue to walk around the mansion, another thing that I've noticed that is missing is the heist planning room. This mansion is absolutely massive, and surely they could have found somewhere to squeeze it into. Some players may argue that there's no point in having a heist planning room in a mansion because the mansion is the end-all be-all property, it's the end-game property that you spend all game working towards, but honestly, it feels incomplete without it. And it's not like they had to cut it because there's a lack of room in the mansion to where it wouldn't make sense, because walking around the mansion there are plenty of doors that don't really lead to anything, and that they could very easily repurpose into the heist planning room, like this door in the basement that leads to the roof garden for some reason. I don't know about you, but this seems like the perfect spot to put it. Yes, the mansions may be endgame properties, but I feel like enough people play the original heist where it feels warranted and deserves a spot in the mansion. Speaking of heists, because they gave us a master control terminal in the mansion, I feel like it would have been so cool if they did something similar with all of the heists in the game, allowing you to start them within the heist planning room in the mansion, making it a mansion exclusive feature. And it's such a missed opportunity that they did not utilize with the mansion. For obvious reasons, I can't show gameplay of this one, but missed opportunity of Rockstar to not allow the lovely ladies that you meet come visit you in your mansion. And this is actually a cut feature because there still exist in the game files lines of dialogue to where the AI assistants will make comments about your choice of company. Another decision that just doesn't make any sense is why we cannot store bicycles in a mansion. The mansions have the largest garages in the game, yet for some reason they only utilize the same 10 car spots that every other 10 car garage in the game has, creating so much unnecessary empty space to where you really cannot argue that the bicycles have nowhere to go because they have everywhere to go. This next one is something that I've noticed, and it's something that bothers me way more than it should, but take note of the fact that I just drove my car inside of my mansion's garage. I can confirm that this is the car's parking spot where I usually leave it, and that it is inside the mansion's garage. However, if I were to switch sessions or boot up GTA again, the car will no longer be inside the garage and spawn outside of the mansion. As you can see, I just loaded into a brand new session. I am going to go down to my garage. And immediately you can tell that my car is no longer where I left it. Making my way outside of the house, as you can see, the car is spawned outside of the mansion, making it completely vulnerable to griefers or anyone able to blow it up. I'm not sure if this is a glitch or a feature. If it is a feature, I would really like them to add some sort of option to disable it, because there's nothing more panic-inducing than to go in your garage and notice that one of your cars are gone. One feature I would have loved to see with the mansions that I don't know how hard it would be to implement is allowing your friends to spawn inside your mansion using the guest bedroom. It's a purchasable extra, so why not give it some use? Now obviously this wouldn't work if you yourself are not in-game, so there would be some limitations. The best and closest example that I could find already in-game are probably the biker clubhouses, where you do not need to invite your friend to your clubhouse. They could just enter at any moment they choose, and they could do so without you even being in the mansion. Or they could literally just make it super simple and just have it be a place where your friend could set their spawn point to when joining your session. That brings me to my final complaint, or my final nitpick about the mansions, is that the garages feel like they could easily hold way more cars than you are allowed to store in a mansion's garage, as well as allowing you to utilize the full spaces that you're able to use. And what I mean is that, yeah, it's cool that you have the option to move certain cars from within the garage to different spaces like the driveway and the podium, but I feel like those could have been extra spots for you to park more cars. It just feels like there's some wasted potential here that Rockstar's not realizing. Now, I do have a little bit of a theory as to why the mansions are the way they are and why it feels like some of the features may have actually been considered but decided to later be cut. Maybe they decided that the mansions are already pretty overpowered, and if they truly added every single feature, well, players would be more enticed to just stay inside and not really have any more reason to go outside anymore. They would have access to every important feature in the game, all at the safety and comfort of their mansion, meaning that they really have no excuse to set foot on the outside world anymore. And if you had an entire lobby just chilling inside their mansion, well, it would make the game very boring. But as we are wrapping up the video, I now want you to go down in the comments and let me know what are some things that you would have liked to add to the mansions that are not in the game already. And you know what, while you're down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button as it greatly helps out, and also hit that like button so that way it helps support the channel and it pushes the video out to more people. And as always, thank you for watching.